We are back. Bam, bam. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
man, these Knicks, bro. Like, let's get into it, man. These Knicks, man. Like, you watch Game Five at all?
Man, I saw highlights. Man, I don't got the subscription, dog. I ain't got it,
Okay.
boss.
Yep. ESPN, they got all the games for the finals, bro. I watched it, man. It was an interesting game too, because it was one of those games where, like, the Spurs were leading the whole game again.
Yeah, dude. I promise you, man. It to me, it's almost like I felt like everybody was rooting for the Knicks because it's like they love a comeback story. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And every game they pretty much came back and won, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ones that they did win, you know what I mean? Because they
Hmm.
lost one. And I do recall I thought it was gonna be a sweep for the Knicks, but then I mean for the Spurs, right? But then when they won two games in San Antonio,
Hmm.
oh, I called it. I was like, man, it's a wrap. You got two
Yeah.
games in New York, but then I was like, nah, Knicks in five. Knicks in five.
Yeah.
And damn
And
it.
even that game they won in New York, man. Wasn't that the one they only won by like 1 point?
Yes.
The Spurs,
Yes.
like they barely pulled that one out.
Yeah, OG did it. I can't remember his last name. I just know everybody's calling him OG. And at first I was like, what's the man's real name?
OG
It's OG.
Anunoby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. Like I said, it's the year of the underdog, bro. Um, their mayor was somebody who was they didn't even New York's mayor wasn't somebody they thought would actually get to a political spot. He's
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like I know New York feels really, really good
Hmm.
right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and then you got the music. I told you, I look. As long as they keep winning, it's gonna
Yeah.
get some fire music.
Yeah.
My thing is, I just don't see it happening for them in baseball because the Dodgers, man.
Mm. Yep.
Because
I would have to say that after seeing the videos of the New Yorkers going crazy after the finals win, like it made me kind of think twice about their city, right? And the last time they celebrated greatness like that, man. And it's been a while, man. I went online and I did some looking. Like the last time New York experienced the championship win was when the Giants beat the Patriots, when Eli Manning threw that touchdown that the guy caught off the helmet and they
yeah,
beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. That was back in 2012, right? So
right.
the last time they won was then. And then
Mm-hmm.
like the Yankees ain't won since 2009. The
Mm-hmm.
New York Rangers hadn't won since 1994. That's their hockey team, right?
Right.
So, of course, the Knicks, the last time the Knicks won it was in like 1973. So,
Yeah, 50 years ago, 53 years ago.
but
Man,
but after that though, like, did you see all the videos of how crazy the New Yorkers were, man? What are your thoughts on the extreme the
yes.
extremes that we saw during the
Pandemonium.
wins? Yeah, because not only did they go crazy after they lost, which I kind of understand, but they went crazy after they won in New York, which I
Yeah.
didn't understand.
I saw that, man. I was like, yo,
Well,
why
beating
y'all
people up.
tearing up y'all city?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You're excited, right? But that's what happens when you don't have no outlet and you have all excitement. You know what I'm saying? All that energy and no outlet. Like, bruh, like calm down. Your city won. I mean, your city hit a milestone. It's been over half a century since they won the NBA championship, which they were known. New York is known for basketball,
yeah,
right?
correct.
So it's it's like we should know how to carry ourselves. Y'all need, you know what I'm saying? I seen kids jumping off of buses, setting cars on fire, flipping over cars, and I'm like, yo, like that's a lot of energy y'all could be putting towards something else.
Yeah.
You gonna really damage your city for something like that? Come on now, y'all gotta be better than that.
Yeah, man. And I mean, not only were they destroying their own city, but I mean, they started to, they're harassing NBA players, man. Somebody chucked an egg at Victor Wembanyama when he was walking
Yeah,
to the hotel. They were attacking the buses. It was, I saw videos that were chucking like street cones and water bottles and shit at the bus as they were leaving. And it's like, y'all just won. Why
yeah.
is y'all still harassing these people, man?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and then that one guy, the Spurs fan in game five, walking around like beating
Well,
everybody.
yeah.
I think he's a plant, bro. Like, that guy is just a plant. He was like, I'm a live stream and make get some views, man. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, I
get some
thought that.
views.
That's what I looked because you saw a camera was on him, and he didn't look at the camera once, but he
Mm-hmm.
sure was running up to people. He was like, "I'm getting views tonight. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna win one way or the other, if the Spurs
Yeah,
don't win, I'm gonna win."
yeah,
And he kept running through and knocking people over and knocking people out.
yeah,
But you gonna come
man.
across the wrong one. It's open carry in Texas. Open
Yeah,
carry.
yeah, it is, man. You still got
Don't
to
mess
make it through
around.
that parking lot, man. Right? Like,
Yeah.
he is
I
Spurs
mean,
fan though, man. But maybe he was just playing. I don't know. I don't see San Antonio Spurs acting aggressively like that, right? Like the
I
Spurs fans,
don't
are they
either.
really violent like that? Like in a military town? No, Bobby says it's a military town out there, right? So
Yeah.
are they going crazy like that? Really? I don't know, man.
And shout out to Bobby and Geronimo's.
Man, I wish you would have watched game five, bro. Like there are some things that I wanted to talk about that I like.
Well, go
Like
ahead
the
and talk about it because
well,
I kind of saw the highlight.
it's more of an open conversation though, because like this guy Dylan Harper, the
Yeah.
rookie for the Spurs, right? Like watching him play in Game Five since he got some time to play in the finals, man. Like, no, I was watching him. He reminds. I was just like I saw flashes of Kobe Bryant, man. Not so much like the skill and offensively, but the skill, the mind frame of man. I'm going to get to the basket. This is my game. I'm in control of this game, man. And although it kind of cost them, I think a little bit because he's experienced to just take over the game like that. I like seeing that coming out of him, and I think that he's definitely gonna him and Wemby, man, as a 1-2 is gonna
Hmm.
be amazing. But also the ticket sales, right? Like, did you hear anything about the San Antonio? They
Yeah.
restricted ticket sales to New York, like outside of San Antonio. What do you think about it? Like, is that cool? Is to set a precedent of saying, hey, if we're only selling tickets to the locals first? Like, isn't that illegal?
So I see what they did, right? Because they probably okay. So for those who don't know, they restricted the tickets to people who are in local residents. If your zip code was not local when you purchased the ticket, they were going to refund it to you. They wanted to make sure the San Antonio, you know what I'm saying, was able to enjoy the game. Some people I saw in the post they were saying they don't want New Yorkers who win to go out and start beating up on people, right?
Yeah,
They, you know what I'm saying? They also didn't want celebrities to buy up all the tickets and then make this game more about the celebrityism than it
yeah,
is about the sports. And I understand all of that. Um, do I think it's fair? No, but I'm not in San Antonio, so I don't know the culture of their city. You know what I'm saying? They
right.
probably have people who are diehard basketball fans, but then people buy these tickets and resell them for like 50 and 70% higher, and they know
Yeah,
these celebrities going to fly in and buy them. Like there were private planes chartered out there doing like when they were playing in San Antonio the first and second game. So
yeah,
I'm like, that's crazy, but that's money. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'd have bought tickets and bought them at the regular price, I think I would have hiked them too. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
think
give you
they
some
made a
courses
mistake.
for 150. I'm selling them bad boys for $10,000. Fat
Yeah.
Joe gonna buy
I
them.
think they made a mistake, man. I think that they were thinking that all of those New York jerseys and New York Knicks fans were out of towners. I don't think they realized that those are the new people that have taken over the state of Texas. Like, if you really think about the cost of going to a game, right, for an average New Yorker to buy a plane ticket to fly from New York to San Antonio, right, and then to
Yeah,
fly back from San Antonio to New York City, and pay that price to go to an NBA Finals game, not an average New Yorker is getting on a plane and doing that, you know?
nah,
So all those New York Knicks jerseys that you saw in those stands, man, and all those people screaming louder than all of the San Antonio Spurs, I think are now locals, right? Like, because
yeah,
that's definitely the reason why I think San Antonio didn't win a game. Now, having seen that, because I missed the first two when they played in San Antonio, but I saw this last one. The way the Knicks fans outdrew the San Antonio Spurs fans. Texas and San Antonio, y'all either need to uh ride for your team more or figure something out because yeah, all these New Yorkers that are moving out of New York because of the cost of living, just like us here in California, we're
Yeah,
moving out of California, we're moving to Texas, right? So you're gonna start
Texas,
seeing more of
Atlanta.
our teams taking over your teams, right? So yeah, there's more New Yorkers in San Antonio now than and man, these guys ain't out of towners flying in to start problems. Nah, these are your neighbors,
These are
San
your neighbors.
Antonio. These are your
Cause you,
neighbors.
you, cause you saw how the stadium freaking erupted when they
Yeah,
won the championship.
yeah.
I
I've
was
never
looking,
seen
I was
that.
like, this
I've never
seems,
seen that before.
yeah, they had
Yeah,
them, yeah. So my thing is, hey, San Antonio, and
I've
then you
seen
might have,
Kobe jerseys, right? There was a time when Kobe would go to a stadium and there would be more Laker fans there repping jerseys of
yeah,
Kobe than you would see of certain other teams, man. But I mean, that
yeah,
was like Kobe Bryant is a special individual. That's like
right,
Michael Jordan, right? Or even LeBron
yeah,
James, right? Like,
it's
yeah,
crazy, but the thing about it is, man, they won. New York won, and look, I'm excited. I think they're going to be celebrating probably for till the next season start. You're gonna hear a whole bunch of stuff about them. And it probably that energy can probably pass over to the other teams. Like all right, the NBA got one. New York
yeah,
Giants probably gonna make some changes so they can get one. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? The Yankees may make some changes so they can get a chip. I mean,
yeah,
that energy erupts the city, and it just makes everybody who plays sports want to go even harder, right?
yeah.
I know that when the Lakers won, I was like, okay, well, is the Rams gonna get one? Then the Rams ended up getting one like what the year after.
hmm
Yep, you know what I'm
Yeah, we've
saying.
been
And then
fortunate, man. We win a championship in some sport about every 2 or 3 years,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Somewhere. Where if we're not winning baseball, we're winning
football.
basketball and sometimes yeah, football, soccer. Our soccer team is pretty good.
Yeah, the Kings used to be nice.
Teams, our hockey
The
team is good.
hockey team, yeah. But that's crazy because you don't hear much about other like San Antonio baseball. I know they got the Houston Oilers, but that's Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the Houston Rockets, and some of them, I'm surprised none of the Houston Rockets, none
Yeah,
of the Dallas Mavericks showed up at the Spurs to give them some Texas support.
yeah,
They didn't get none of that.
man,
They,
dude.
if anything, they was wearing a Knicks jersey.
Dude.
Hey,
You know
well,
that gives you a perfect example between a big city with big buildings and a big city with a lot of open space, man.
yeah,
Two
man.
completely different lifestyles.
Dude, for real, man.
Bobby and Geronimo said the fans out there is going crazy. I don't think they're as crazy as the New York Knicks fans, man. They're
Nah, man.
burning
So,
their city down.
but before that, all that havoc happened, I did see the crowd of New Yorkers singing what we predicted it. We predicted that they were going to sing the New York anthem with
Empire State of Mind.
Empire State of Mind, yeah. And then we
hmm
also talked about how the older heads were playing Frank Sinatra, right?
hmm hmm
I saw a sea. It had to be probably about 20,000, 30,000 people singing Empire State of Mind.
I saw
And
that.
yeah, it was peaceful.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened afterward. Maybe that was in a different borough because there's
Mhm.
5 boroughs in New York.
No.
So there's
That's what happens,
five.
man. You know the troublemakers stay around a little bit and linger after the
Yeah,
events, and so that's always gonna be there, man. The disruptors is what they like to call themselves, man. They like to disrupt shit. That's
yeah,
their
man.
whole goal in life is to cause disruption and chaos.
Right.
Speaking of
I'm like,
chaos, man, my last point on this man is Wemby. He's gonna have chaotic futures because I think every team for the next 5 years is going to bulk up on big men, big centers, whether they could shoot the ball or not, right? You just need a big, beefy dude down in
yeah,
that paint, man. And so if you're over 6'2", right, and you're like a good 300 pounds, man, go and try it out for a training session, man. They'll probably pick you up just to put you on the damn court.
yeah, man. Look,
That's how you stop
all
Wemby,
that's
man. Put a big guy in front of him.
Dude, look, Carl Anthony Towns served him, bro. I watched those matchups, and you called it. You called it when they before the finals. You was like Carl Anthony Thomas was
Down, down. Yeah.
Towns. Sorry, man. Sorry, Carl. They call him Cat.
Yeah,
Sorry,
big
Cat.
cat, man.
You know what I'm saying? But
I was
yeah,
gonna.
he did his
Mhm.
thing, man.
Yeah,
He held it down, and I was really really excited for him because I seen him when he played inside Minnesota with
yeah,
um with Anthony Edwards, and I was like, that was a good pair. You know, you kind of
yeah.
almost got like the Shaq Kobe vibe there,
Hmm.
but
It's like
he
Mitch
didn't.
Richmond did a good job too, because Carl Anthony Towns in the last two games he was in foul trouble, so he spent most of the game on the bench. You know,
Yeah.
that's why they said the Spurs got that big 30-point lead to begin with, was because Carl Anthony Towns was on the bench. But like you look at Richmond, the big center out there, man, who
Hmm.
like I give him credit too because he was stopping him, right? He wasn't scoring no point. He wasn't scoring any points, but he was able to go out there and put a body on Wimby and make it hard for him and get a rebound, right? And
Yeah.
that's what Rudy Gobert did, right? He
Yep.
wasn't scoring a bunch of points, but he was able to get rebounds. But if you look at the one team, Chet Holmgren, right, is the
Hmm.
only example of the center who didn't step up to just try and guard this fucking guy like a big guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so that's an interesting concept in your centers in 2026, right? You can be a good shooting center, but have no game and just stay on the outside running back and forth. You could
Yeah.
be a dominant center like Wimby or a Cat, or you can just be a big bodied center like Richmond or a Gobert, right? And those are your three styles in center right now. Every now
Yeah.
and then you find an anomaly like a Joker or
Yeah.
like a Wimbenyama, where you
Yeah.
could run the team through your center, but that's very unlikely normally, right?
Yeah.
Like to get a center bound team.
What do
So
you think of? What do you think they're gonna San Antonio gonna go back to the drawing board? You do? Do you think they're gonna have Wimby more in the paint more and stop shooting from the
yeah,
outside?
this would
Because
be
I
my
think,
suggestion. I would
yeah,
suggest for Wembenyama to get with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and learn how to dominate that sky hook shot. Because if you give Wembenyama the ball in the post and he could do any type of hook shot to get that
yeah,
motherfucker in there, he will now surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right, in scoring, because he would have mastered the best post move in that sky fucking hook, man. He'd be unstoppable. So that would be my suggestion. Also, you got to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. He's never really been an offensive point guard that's going to win a championship for you, but I think Dylan Harper is, right? So you
right,
replace Fox with Harper. You let him come in as a starter, even though it'd only be his second year. And
yeah,
then you put Castle at your number two spot, right? And
hmm,
now you got in the number three is Vassell, and or you got options at your three and four spot, man. You can do whatever you want, man.
yeah. I think they definitely gonna come back with a vengeance. Because I seen what Wimby said. He was like, he was like, they pretty much dominate. I don't the word. I'm paraphrasing, but he said they dominated the whole dominated out of the whole series the other team, and I can half agree because if you guys did have the lead through most of the season. I mean, series. I'm sorry, but you still lost. So if you were dominating, for you to be able to say you truly dominated, you would have been walking away with the championships 4 games.
Yeah. If
You know?
anything, the other team dominated by coming back on that ass. Oh,
Yeah, man. It's
some
something
critics,
about
man.
that. It's something about that underdog, man. It's like,
Yeah,
you know what? They go out there to play like they don't play game by game. They play quarter by quarter.
yeah.
Okay, so we lost this quarter. Let's go ahead and make up and win this quarter. Because if you
Mhm.
look at it, that's where you start seeing. I saw it. I was like, okay, they lost quarter this. They lost this quarter. They won this quarter. They won this quarter by a lot, and they lost this by a little. But this is what by the quarter that they won helped them get to the chip and helped
Yeah.
them get the chip. So shout out to the New York Knicks, New York Knickerbockers.